the first thing you do is put all of your MP3 files for your show on this card. This card will then go in your computer to set up your playlist. Pop it in the front of your MP3Tech right here in the slot, and that's all you need. Again, no moving parts. You don't have to worry about an iPod getting stolen, or losing an iPod, or a hard drive going down on you. So once your card is in your computer, you'll go to your directory box here, just like any other function on a computer, and you'll select the drive. This is in my E drive, and it will show you all of the songs on the card. Everything on the left is what's on my SD card. This is your playlist here, SD card playlist, okay? And you've got an advanced button down below each of those. I'll get to those in a moment. Basically, though, this is where you select your playlist you want to work on. It looks just like your MP3Tech with the up and down button. I know they're kind of backwards, but that's how the buttons are manufactured in the MP3Tech, so I kept the software the same. Now, when you first open it, it won't open a playlist unless you click open. Now, if I click open over here, I click open and it will open playlist 1 that I had it set for. After that, anytime you go up or down, it automatically opens the playlist, tells you the name of the playlist right here, corporate playlist, comedy club. It's my comedy club show, for instance, corporate show. There's my casino show. Okay, so you can go up and down in your playlist. The lighter buttons here all have to do with your playlist. Open a playlist, save a playlist, delete a playlist. Clear the list means you would clear this list if I want to change that. The darker buttons are for individual files. You can move them up, move them down, remove them from the list. So let me demonstrate that. Let's say we're just going to edit this list. Follow my mouse cursor. Say I want to move Boom Boom. I don't know if you can read this real well. It might be hard to see on the video, but you can see the highlight come across. I want to move that song up in the playlist, so I just go to the Move Up button here and click it, and it'll move it up to where I want it, or I can move down. I can put it wherever I want. Anytime you make a change, you have to save the playlist. So I click Save, and I save. It asks me if I'd like to overwrite it. Yes. So I just edited that playlist. If I want to make a completely new playlist in the number 2 spot, I click the Clear Playlist down here, and all those go away. Then there are 2 ways to bring. This is my whole library of MP3s, every MP3 that's on my SD card. If I want to bring them over one at a time, I can highlight it and click this arrow, and it'll move it over. Or even easier, I can double click and it moves it over. Any file I double click moves over. Okay, so you can set up your show that way. If I want to move them all over, I click this arrow, the multi arrow here, and it'll move the whole list over. Okay, again, I can clear it anytime I like. I can move them all over again. Now, if you have special needs for any particular track, let's go into the advanced. If I highlight a track over here and click advanced, it will make whatever changes I put in advanced will carry through in every playlist. If I want advanced settings in a particular song just for one playlist, I'll do it on this side. All this is in the instructions also. So, quick example. Let's say, let's just go with Boom Boom, just because it's fun to say. Alright, so I highlight that, I click Advanced, it will bring up the Advanced screen, and here I can do a number of things. I can change the overall volume of the track up here in this corner by clicking the up-down button. 7 is a default value, 7 out of 10. I can also put in pauses. I can type in seconds only, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 8 seconds, whatever I put in here, it will automatically pause when I play it back there, which is a very handy feature. So you can put in automatic pauses right here, type them in. The next section is for the remote fade. The default on the auto fade, when you push button number 2, it will fade out, queue up, and wait for you to start it. However, if I select this function, fade, queue, play next, now when I fade that track, it'll queue up and immediately play the next track for you. You won't have to hit play button again. Very handy feature also. And there's another nice feature that a lot of people use, where they want stinger music at the end, but they're not sure how long a certain effect will take. If you select this, when I hit button number 2, it will not fade, it will just jump to the next track in your playlist and immediately play it. So you have 3 options of how you like your auto fade to work. That's very handy. These are for the outputs. There are 8 outputs that are available. That's an optional output receiver that can move a servo It can turn things on and off for anything from fog to confetti cannons, moving servos to release latches. We have a standard output receiver that's already wired up to move servos, and all you do is type in which channel you want it to be. You can set your individual receiver for a channel, and you just turn it on and off as many times as you want. You type in what time you want those to go on and off, and it'll happen. It's very easy to program. After you do that, you save your settings down here at the bottom, save settings, and it goes back. Those are saved in here. Now every time you move this track Boom Boom into any playlist, it'll hold those settings. If you only want them in one playlist, and you do it on the advanced on the playlist side. Okay? These instructions, all instructions are up here in the help menu, up at the help drop down menu. You've got your playlist setup, you've got your player operation, advanced options, playlist on the fly. If you've seen that video already, here's a reminder of how to do your playlist on the fly, step by step. It walks you through the instructions. So each section has about a half page of instructions. You can go to File, Print Library, up here in the upper corner. That will print out on your printer the library of all your songs that are on your disc in alphabetical order, and you'd use that if you don't have a display for doing your playlist on the fly. Over on the upper right, you've got the you can title in here. Type in your own title for the playlist, and it'll save it with that title. Below it, print playlist. It'll print the title and your playlist, so you can have it printed out on a sheet for you, on a cue sheet in your table or backstage, or use it for a checklist or whatever you like. So that's pretty basic. That's it. It's easy to use, very easy to use the software. All your instructions are right here in the help, and you can make up your playlist very easy. It's actually easier than iTunes for making playlists. So that's about it. That wraps it up. First thing you do, you buy your SD card, put your MP3s on it, pop it in your computer, make up your playlist, and you can have 10 different shows already laid out by the time you get to the show, and each show can have 100 songs on it. And if you still need to make a special show, you can do that with what you've seen in the other video. So if you have any questions, please feel free to call us at Wireless Wizardry, and we'll be glad to help you with that. Any questions? If you'd like to order, you can give us a call also and order it. These things have been selling like hotcakes. Everyone's very happy with them. And again, it's all, the biggest asset of this system is that it's all one unit. It's made specifically for this. It's not a little project box that you buy at Radio Shack. You can see it's manufactured to do what it's supposed to do. No moving parts. You can do playlists on the fly. No extra players to be purchased or lose. One other thing I guess I should mention is there is an LED input in the back here, which is a 10-foot cord with the same LED that's on the front. Does the same functions. That way you can put it up in a window or off to the side somewhere where you can see it if you can't see the player itself. And that's about it. Thanks for your attention, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.